They don't even know what's coming for them. Let's keep this winning streak going.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. A look at Chicago. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season. And, of course, Washington sitting directly below him, just one spot down. And now Washington's starting group. They've got Jordan Poole. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Brogdon in at the two-guard spot. And for the Bulls, Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The wingmen, White and Levine. And it's Cherry in at the point. GA, we are right in the thick of the season. What's an overlooked challenge for these players right now?
Staying fresh. You have to take care of your body and your mind. That'll pay dividends in the stretch run.
Tip-off goes to Chicago. It's rebounded by Poole. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Here's Poole. Chicago grabs the miss. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28. And Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away. This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Cherry. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Pass to Poole. Stolen by Levine. Here's Cherry. And that comes off the assist by Levine. He's got 8.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Billy Donovan.
One thing he pointed out in particular was Valanciunas' ability to control the glass. Coach said we block out some nights better against him than others, but we can't play soft against this guy. So they'll have to try and keep a body on him at all times. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Cherry after Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Williams passes to Cherry. Beyond the arc. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Koulibaly. Now here's Kuzma. Valanciunas with a screen on Williams. Kuzma can't get it to go. So for Chicago, their last game, a win against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Here's Cherry, guarded by Poole. The 11-footer, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards, trailing by 10. Poole with the screen for Brogdon. That 3 off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor or push the tempo as much as you allow.
And again, Washington, no good. The Bulls leading by 10. Outside Williams. Pass to Levine. Here's Cherry. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 4 assists now tonight.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Kuzma. 17 points in his last outing. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. That one goes in.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The offensive rebound and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And so is the Chicago Bulls. With a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time. Then it's Sarr, and it's Carrington in at the point guard. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Cherry's shot is good. 21 points in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
To the right side. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Valanciunas.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Williams passes to Horton Tucker. Here's Cherry. He's off on that one. Good defense by Poole. Wizards trail by 8. Brogdon outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. Back to Coulibaly. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Shot clock at 2. Cherry can't get it to go. Now Coulibaly. Taken away by Williams. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Halftime is here. And what better way to tip it off than to analyze the latest news on the trade front?
They're happy to land Bogdanovich. He's a great shooter at the wing position, and he plays with a lot of energy.
It'll be interesting to see how he fits in with his new team. And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Wizards.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing here from Cherry.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The wingmen, White and Levine. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. And it's Cherry in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Chicago. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Now, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting even when you don't have your best game available.
2 points. That one goes.
You can see Malcolm Brogdon has the ability to score from all three levels. In the paint, from three, or right there going to the mid-range game.
Yeah, D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Cool, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Cherry, and that comes off the assist by Levine. He has 30.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
The shot by Brogdon, wide open. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
ADB, one thing about Kyle Kuzma, at 6'9", he is a big wing.
What I love about him, Kevin, is that he's such a strong shooter. He can bang in the post if you need him to. He always puts up solid rebounding numbers. And I think the final piece we've seen him developing is his ability to distribute the basketball.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to White. Here's Cherry. 30 points in the game. Outside Williams. Cherry pass to Williams. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got 7 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Cherry, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight. Brogdon scanning the floor. Pass to Poole. And they get it. Drills it from outside. 8 points for him.
Boy, Jordan Poole answers with the long-range shot. Nicely done.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Kyle Kuzma.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in his...
Making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Here's Cherry with the drive, and it's good. 2 points. He has 35.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Taking a look at the Wizzards. George is out there with Song. Then it's Sadiq Bey. And there's Davis, and it's Carrington in at the 1 spot. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bey. No good from outside. Chicago leading by 23, and he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic LU jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. So it's the Wizzards now. Here's Carrington. Fires from deep. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Cherry passes to Horton Tucker. And here's Vucevic. pass to Cherry. Lets it go with the three. Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Carrington. Shot left block. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Horton Tucker. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Cherry. Takes the three. And again for three.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Here's Carrington. Outside, George. Davis setting the pick for George. The second chance effort. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Here's Carrington. Count it from 12.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Cherry. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come. But it is definitely getting younger.
Offline with his three. And it's Bay with the ball for Washington.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
Bay kicks to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And tough to miss his man that time. Bay really seeing the whole floor.
40 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he drills it. Beautiful release there from Cherry.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Pass to Carrington. Here's the screen. Releases. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Cherry. And got it. Another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.